Oh, that was odd. I was prepping and I try to cut the volume on and it started going off. Okay, so right now it's Veterans Day. I was supposed to go to a doctor's appointment this morning, but they scheduled me for the wrong office, a different office, which I didn't know. You know how that goes, so I got to go back tomorrow morning. Right now I'm in the basement, um, going over my comic books like I'm trying to. Slowly, I am organizing this stuff. Like most of this is like image. I'm like, good lord, I never really thought I'd collect the image like that and other stuff, but I sure did. But anyway, and the funny thing is, I came across some books I haven't seen in years, and I kind of want to show some of them off. Right now, I'm playing some Nine Inch Nails, the Ghost album, which is all instrumental in the background because my mother's coming around. My mother might be going up and down the stairs and stuff like that, taking care of some things, but that's okay, no big deal. One of the things I want to show you is Spider Girl. Now, the fun thing about Spider Girl, this is from the ill-fated Marvel Comics 2 universe. This is the Wizard Half comic. If you read any kind of comic books in the 90s to early 2000s, you heard of Wizard. They were the premier guys who got comic book writers and did interviews and stuff like that. This is supposed to be the daughter of the actual Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and her little adventures. And one of the issues, let's see, she fights with her father who lost his leg. It's kind of funny, and they try to recreate that same angst. This one right here, Elektra and Wolverine, the Redeemer. This is a 3-issue series by Greg Rucka, who's a very good writer, and Yoshitaka Amano. Now, most of you might not know who Yoshitaka Amano is, but most of you have heard of his work from Vampire Hunter D. He was the artist of Vampire Hunter D and some other stuff. So when I first heard that, I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Bought that. This is the Stan Lee on Sci-Fi Channel. There was a series called Who Wants to Be a Superhero, hosted by Stan Lee. And, this guy, Feedback, was the first winner. It lasted for 3 seasons, and I got the first season on DVD, and, whatever. This Marvel 2-1, this is an old one. This is kind of a funny issue because you see the thing chained up, and the silhouette looks like Batman, but it's not. And this is one of the things that Marvel and DC did during the 80s and 90s. They always made fun of each other in certain ways, but without trying to get sued. This Thor comic book is pretty funny because you see Thor getting shoved out of the way by Hercules because he's trying to mac on this little honey. You can tell this is all 80s because look at what she was wearing. But it's kind of hilarious when I see this. This one might be funnier. Chuck Norris and his Karate Commandos. They used to have an imprint called Star Comics when Chuck Norris was like super hype, super awesome at that time, his movies. As you can tell, this is some old stuff. Then, sometimes I picked up some weirdly weird stuff like Samurai Guard. Don't know why. I just thought it looked cool at the time. It's one of those kind of situations where you pick up something and it looks kind of cool, then years later you wonder, why did I pick that up? It's weird. This is another one. Due to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle craze, everybody's trying to do something, so this guy created this guy called Samurai Penguin. Thought that was kind of unique. His job is to protect penguins from getting like murdered and all sorts of stuff. And it's kind of funny. It's kind of hilarious, but when I saw this, I was like, man, what was I thinking when I picked this up? Man. But then again, hey, it was kind of it was a weird period for me. This guy named Gate Crasher. It was a cool comic book for a hot second, and then it fizzled out. Shadow Reavers was kind of cool in its own little way, because it dealt with, like the unknown and macabre kind of stuff. And after a while, it kind of fizzled out too. But, it's kind of funny because, like, you buy stuff. It's just like when you buy. Think about this. Imagine looking at your parents' hairstyles back in the day. Like, for example, there's a picture of me with an afro. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck was I wearing an afro? But then again, that was the style back then. But one of the coolest things I found that I was looking for forever was Battle Pope. You might not have heard of Battle Pope, but I'll tell you why. The person who created Battle Pope is a very unique guy. The basic story of Battle Pope is this guy calls himself Battle Pope. He was ordained to be the next Pope. And what happened, the Pope was supposed to be this kick-ass kind of guy. God gives him muscles and stuff like that, but he was more interested in, he was supposed to get trained by Bruce Lee, and he wanted to whore around and smoke and drink and whore around. Then the rapture came and stole all the Christians away, and demons populated the earth. Then God sent his son right here to help cleanse the earth. And he has to enlist Battle Pope's help. And it's kind of funny. It didn't last too long. But the funny thing is, this person got his foot in the door. His name is Robert Kirkman. Now, you might not understand who Robert Kirkman is. He's the guy who created The Walking Dead comic book. And that got optioned for AMC, and voila. 3 spinoffs later, you know what I mean. Now he got this new thing called Firepower now, which is like martial arts drama going on. And people have like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat style powers from it. But, like I said, it's one of those kind of things. Got some Hellboy. I'm really big into Hellboy. All the movies that they made, I kind of like them, all 3 of them. But, Hellboy's awesome. Got that He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Transformers. And, of course, Transformers versus G.I. Joe storyline. It's a lot of times back in the early, late 90s to 2000s, people collected a whole bunch of stuff. And of course, over half of the stuff I have is technically worthless, but hey, it was, it's like stocks. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But anyway, wanted to take a quick break, but right now I'm trying to go through my Amazing Spider-Man stack. This is the last part of the stack. And I got, so I'm like, okay, trying to get that taken care of, and probably catalog some X-Men, and after that I'll probably take a couple hours break, come back, do some more, and prepare for my appointment for tomorrow morning. With that, I hope you guys are having a great day. Also, this is my mom's movie collection, and you can see a whole bunch of VHS tapes, which no one could play VHS anymore. And her idea was, I'm going to replace all of them with DVDs, and then still keep the VHSs. I'll show you how old school this shit is. The Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. I have all these on DVD. She's going, so what happened is that her husband's going to try to get them all on DVD, and she's still going to try to keep the VHSs. I'm like, really now? Okay, whatever, cool. But anyway, that's enough for me today. Hope you liked this video. Hopefully I talk to you. Well, I'll probably do another video tonight if I find some other cool stuff in the darkness. All right. Talk to you later. Thanks.